Have you ever wondered why so many things in our modern world, from our legal system to the very words I'm speaking, trace back to one ancient civilization? All roads, as they say, lead to Rome. Today, we're diving into the epic 1,000-year saga of the Roman Empire. A story of how a small village grew into a global superpower that shaped the world we live in. Let's start at the very beginning. Roman legend tells us the city was founded in 753 BC by the twin brothers Romulus and Remus. The reality is a bit less mythical. Rome started as a collection of Iron Age settlements that eventually merged into a city-state. For its first couple of centuries, it was ruled by 7 legendary kings who laid the groundwork for its laws and religion. But the Romans grew tired of kings, and in 509 BC, they kicked out the last one and did something revolutionary. They established a republic. This new government was led by elected officials and a powerful senate. This era was all about expansion. Rome conquered the entire Italian peninsula and then set its sights on its biggest rival, Carthage. After a series of brutal conflicts known as the Punic Wars, Rome dominated the Mediterranean. But success abroad brought trouble at home. A deep divide grew between the wealthy elite, the patricians, and the common people, the plebeians, leading to constant social unrest. This instability opened the door for powerful generals like Julius Caesar to seize control, sparking civil wars that ultimately destroyed the Republic. From the ashes of the Republic rose the Roman Empire. In 27 BC, Caesar's adopted son, Augustus, became the first emperor. He ushered in the Pax Romana, a remarkable 200-year period of peace and prosperity. The empire grew and grew, reaching its absolute peak in AD 117 under Emperor Trajan, stretching from Britain all the way to the Middle East. But managing such a massive territory was a huge challenge. So in AD 285, the empire was officially split into 2 halves, the Western and Eastern empires, each with its own ruler. This division was the beginning of the end, at least for one half. The Western Roman Empire, weakened by economic decline, political corruption, and constant invasions from Germanic tribes, finally collapsed in AD 476. But this wasn't the end of the story. The eastern half, which we now call the Byzantine Empire, would survive and thrive for another 1,000 years. With the Western Empire gone, Europe entered the Middle Ages. The grand organized Roman state disappeared, and in its place, smaller Germanic kingdoms emerged. Cities shrank, trade networks collapsed, and society became more rural. In this power vacuum, the Catholic Church rose to become a central source of authority and stability. Meanwhile, in the east, the Byzantine Empire, with its capital at Constantinople, carried the torch of Rome. They preserved Roman law and Greek culture, creating a unique Christian civilization. One of its greatest rulers, Emperor Justinian, even managed to reconquer parts of the old Western Empire, including Italy and North Africa. He also created the Justinian Code, a legal masterpiece that would influence European law for centuries. But over time, invasions and internal conflicts chipped away at the Byzantine Empire. The final blow came in 1453, when the city of Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Turks, officially ending the 1,400-year story of the Roman Empire. So, if the empire's gone, why do we still care so much about it? Because its legacy is everywhere. Roman law is the foundation of the legal systems in most of Europe and Latin America. Ideas like innocent until proven guilty, and the concept of checks and balances in government, which the US founders adopted, come directly from Rome. The language I'm speaking? About half of English vocabulary has Latin roots, and Latin is still the language of science and medicine. The very alphabet on your screen was popularized by the Romans, and their engineering was legendary. They built over 50,000 miles of paved roads, and satellite images show that areas around these ancient roads are still more economically developed today. They invented concrete and perfected the arch and dome, allowing them to build massive structures like the Colosseum, the blueprint for modern stadiums. Even our calendar is a modification of the one introduced by Julius Caesar. By adopting Christianity as its state religion, the Roman Empire ensured it would become a world faith. And they gave us the Codex, the first bound book changing how we store and access information forever. Even after its fall, the idea of Rome was so powerful that rulers for the next 1,000 years tried to claim its title. Charlemagne was crowned Emperor of the Romans, creating the Holy Roman Empire. After Constantinople fell, Russia declared Moscow the Third Rome, with its rulers taking the title Tsar, which comes from Caesar, the The Renaissance was basically a rediscovery of Roman art and philosophy, inspiring everyone from Michelangelo to the thinkers behind the American Revolution. Rome is also the ultimate blueprint for power and drama in our pop culture, from Shakespeare's plays to blockbuster movies like Gladiator. But more importantly, the Roman Empire serves as a mirror for our own time. Historians look at its struggles with military overreach, class division, and the transition from democracy to autocracy as timeless warnings. The Romans were the first to truly master the idea of a globalized world. They pioneered the concept of legal citizenship, separate from tribe or ethnicity, creating a contract between the state and the individual. They understood how to manage megacities with urban planning and keep the population happy with bread and circuses, welfare, and mass entertainment. In the end, the Roman Empire didn't really fall. It dissolved into the foundations of our world. We use their laws, speak their languages, and live in cities designed on their principles. We are, in so many ways, still living in the world that Rome built. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to like and subscribe for more.